Mark is in Traverse City, Michigan. Hey, Mark, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rachel. How you doing? Big fans. My wife and I use your principles, and thank you so much for everything that you've done for my wife and my family's life, first of all.
Well, thank you. How can we help?
Well, my wife and I are in baby steps 4, 5, and 6 right now. We make about $140,000 a year, and we pulled up a bunch of cash right now to pay for my first vehicle post baby steps 1 through 3, and I'm replacing my beater essentially right now. And we have about $30,000 saved up right now to buy a half-ton pickup truck that we're looking for. But as you know, the housing market and the vehicle market are almost identical in the supply and demand issue that's having with it right now. And I'm a little leery about trying to buy a vehicle that I feel is overvalued anywhere between $5,000 and $8,000, only to have the supply chain issue get corrected in this fall. Do you have any opinions on the vehicle market right now in regard to that question?
I don't have any opinions that would be based in fact-only feelings, so I will qualify it with that. Mm-hmm. But as you've already ascertained, we, those of us in business, have observed that when the factories quit making new things, the supply of new things was gone, meaning new cars. You can't find a new car. Certain brands you still can't find them. They've cranked the factories back up, but you still haven't gotten them all the way to the car lots. And when there's no new cars available, guess what that does? It sends all the new car buyers into the used car market, where the used car buyers already were. Now you got twice as many people, give or take, chasing the same number of cars. That is going to drive price up artificially until the marketplace gets some equilibrium, meaning that the supply of new comes in again and relaxes the strain on the used car market, relaxing the pricing. I don't know when that is. I'll give you a wild guess, but it's worth what you paid for it. I'm just telling you, I have no idea. I'm going to guess and say by fall, you're going to get equilibrium in that market. It may take longer in housing, but
and specifically trucks. I mean, Mark, honestly, my team, we were just doing a deep dive on specific used section cars, SUVs, minivans. Like, we've done these studies and found.
Oh, you actually have some information.
Well, no. Well, just to say that trucks has been our hardest sector of car. I don't even know how you would say it. Vehicle type of car, because they do not lose their value. I mean, trucks hold their value.
Well, they do, but not as much.
Not as much, but I mean, like, it's honestly, as we've done research to find good quality used trucks, we've been looking around the $25,000 mark. I'm like, and they're hard to find. So when you said truck specifically, for whatever reason,
that's even more so, because probably, honestly, construction's put a strain on them.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
The other side. The other side of this coin is that I have the current beater that I'm driving around right now. It's a 2007. I'm having to put a little bit of money into it to keep it going, and so I'm just trying to figure out when should I just metaphorically pull the trigger on buying the vehicle, regardless of its perceived value right now. And I guess that's where I'm struggling.
What's your household income?
Keep putting money in. 140,000.
Okay. So if you overpay by $5,000, it does not end your life.
No, it does not.
So, none of these are going to end your life. So it's just a matter, it's almost like a game now. It's just, when do I buy this? Because I just want it, and by God, I have the money now that I'm out of debt. And it's not the end of the world. It's not like, if you were going to say you were going to lose $50,000 making 130, we got to stop and think about this a long time. But $5,000, I don't want to waste $5,000, but $5,000 over the scope of the next decade really does not affect you.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So at some point the stress is over and you go, I got the money, I'm buying it.
That's what my wife would say.
Yeah, but and I don't know when. No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that point's today. It might be you say, okay, I'm going to drive this thing until the end of August, or until it gives me one more repair equal to X, and then I'm out of here because I'm done screwing with this thing.
Okay.
Or whatever. You could put any kind. You could put a timeline on it. You could put a money amount on the beater repair on it, and let that be your trigger to cause you to jump ship and go do the deal. Or you could say, I'm just waiting on these dadgum things to come back down, and then I'll do it. You could go, you can put the trigger on it wherever you want, but the point is, if you really mess this up, you didn't mess up anything bad.
Right.
Given your ratios and your overall situation. So pan back and look at the scope of your life, pan back and look at the other thing and go, how much longer, or, and then that frees you up to start looking for a reasonably priced truck today And at any time you found one, you could do it. You don't have to say, I'm not going to be in the market.
Right.
You know,
Continue
like
to
housing market's kind of crazy. You don't have to say, I'm not going to be in the market, but you can say, I'm not going to bid up to $50,000 over what those houses are going for, just to get in line with the 43 other people that are white hot and have the fever.
It's crazy.
You can say, I'm not going to get in that line, but I'm also going to kind of keep poking around. I might stumble into a deal. Might find a sweet little old lady who wants to sell it to a guy just like me, you know? And that's what you're looking for, right? And that you know, you do find those things, and you don't find them if you're not out there wandering around. Just what you want to avoid is getting the fever. It's the fever that'll get you.